Hey guys, Colbrew here. Welcome back to another video. Raid has officially given us now the info on the new fusion that is coming starting July the 4th. I'm going to show you one small secret that they didn't mention, or maybe other creators failed to have a look at. I doubt it. I know that all of them do the due diligence before posting their videos, but I might as well show you guys what I mean about that. So the new fusion coming July 4th, we all know it's going to be utilizing all the hounds. But one small sentence by the Raid team actually changes things up and shakes things up in terms of what it's going to do to the whole, way that we use our champions. We know that fusions, once they're launched, basically that's how they work. But this specific champion has a very unique way of working together with hounds. We have multiple different hounds in the game. And I'm talking the doggies, Gore Mask. We have our beloved Hound Spawn here, which we all farm from Brutal campaign. Hound Spawn here works very well with Hellfang. You can actually ignore defense completely, guys. If you apply a freeze, Hellfang is on the same team, does some nice damage. Posted a video of that quite a while ago. Search for it, you'll find it. It's quite interesting. Hellfang has to be together with him for Hound Spawn to be doing some damage. We've got multiple different hounds in the game. We even have an epic one called Terror Beast that has a quite interesting A1. And then some other solid skills, but for the most part, all of the hounds are a little bit on the underwhelming side, with, I would say, the most utilized one to be Fellhound, who is a Void for his A1, and he's used to farm campaign. He does have a decreased speed debuff, though, as an AoE, so that can be potentially like the most solid skill to use out of all of them. He also has a block damage on one ally, continuous heal, reflect damage on all allies. Quite an interesting kit as a support slash damage dealer that you can probably run in a team. Works very well for Fire Knight. And let's have a look at the fusion that is coming. I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. This is the usual info pack that they give us, plus some other pictures and a video on the champion Packmaster Shayak, HP Legendary Orcs faction. These are his skills. I'm gonna go over them in just a second, guys. But what do I mean by what I said? So this is an info text that they give us together with all of that. I usually skip this because I don't want to be affected by what I read here on how to understand his kit. I feel like playing the game for 5 years gives me a good understanding of the game regardless, so I don't need to read something that says, oh, he's gonna be great in both PvP and PvE. Well, I'll be the judge of that. Okay, for the most part, I think I'm going to be a good judge of that. But the final sentence here, guys. By the way, if you're not impressed with his current roster of loyal hounds, just wait. Packmaster Shayak is always on the lookout for new members to add to his pack. And who knows what beast will join his side next. This is the biggest thing. So who knows what beast will join his side next. This is the biggest thing. I personally think what we're going to have, guys, is a 2024 mythical hound. Why am I saying that? Because we already have a chicken. We already have a damn chicken in the game. This guy, Gallius. So why not a hound? Why not a mythical hound? I know they love to launch new mythicals, and it's a way for them to increase spending. So imagine a mythical hound that will be like have a couple skill, like how Venus, Cupidus works, how Taras, Marisha works. They both work together. It's going to be the same thing, but this new champion that they're launching right now on July 4th, this new Fragment fusion, will be one that will have a mythical and a legendary, and they'll work together. That's my theory crafting for today. It's theory crafting, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it before we go into the champion skills. If you've seen them already on another content creators videos, feel free to comment down below already on the prediction that I've made. If I'm true or not, we'll see. Only time will tell by, well, July. It's almost July, so only time will tell. So let's have a look at the skills very quickly. A1, it's a single target attack, applies defense, and then uses any of the hounds to do an ally attack. This will work, obviously, for Fire Knight. This will be great if you have any of these hounds already leveled up to a good level. It's going to work very, very well. And Fire Knight can also work in other stages, since it's basically a free default attack. With regardless of how many hounds you have, all of them will join the attack. It's like an ally attack skill. So imagine a dungeon where you just want to run all the hounds. he's gonna work with that. And it doesn't have to be unique hounds. You can use 4 feral hounds together with this guy if you really wanted to. It's just that I don't think it's gonna work that great, but sounds very nice. Let's have a look at the A2. Pack Alpha removes all debuffs from this champion and heals them by 50% of their max health. Then applies a shield, which is unremovable, unstolen, untransferable. It's a protected buff. At the end of this, the shield will have a value based on the surplus heal. So if he's at 100% health and he does the A2, he'll get a 50% health shield, which is quite insane and gonna be quite useful, I will say. And finally, places a taunt buff and a reflect damage buff on this champion for 2 turns. These buffs cannot be removed, stolen again, if any of the beasts is on the same team. This already makes him so interesting because of the multiple buffs that he'll have as a Head of Mischief tank. You're gonna give him high resist, high health. He's gonna work so well. Although he's gonna have protected buffs, you're gonna give him multiple other buffs with other champions, like a block debuff buff would be very nice for the whole team. And he does have a self-cleanse skill, but I still think you're gonna be running multiple buffs on a team to make things more interesting. Gonna be a great champion for the Hydra already. From what I'm seeing, 3-turn cooldown if you book it. Blood Howl as his A3 is gonna be a Terminator fill skill with 25%, and then placing block buffs on all enemies for 2 turns. Block buffs for 2 turns is huge, guys, because it's gonna be unresistible and a place, meaning no weak hits, no resists, assuming you have 1 dog in the team. Okay, one of the doggies in the team. Again, though, you don't need to have the doggies in the team. It just makes it so much more interesting because you don't have to run accuracy on him. Not that it's the end of the world, but if you want to make runs consistent, block buffs that it's unresistible and unweak hittable because you place them is huge. And then you have the shields, the taunt, the reflect damage. All of these will be protected because you have at least one of the hounds in the team. And remember, if a really good hound is added, it will totally make sense to have him in the team together with this guy. Finally, the passive, when attacked, places a hex debuff on the attacker for 1 turn. Ally attacks on targets under hex debuff placed by this champion deal 20% more damage. Huge. This is huge in terms of damage potential boost. It just compares to other champions and the way that they boost damage to their allies. I'm gonna give you guys an example of Feral, who buffs the whole team's damage based on the number of buffs that he provides them. If they have 4 or more buffs, if I remember correctly, he gives them a 20% damage boost. It's quite insane that we get this as a champion that will be obtainable through fragments. And then finally, an aura for ally speed boosting by 90% in all battles. So makes this guy the choice, I would say, the choice for the next fusion starting July 4th. So next Thursday, right? Makes total sense. I will completely go for this guy. I will do my short summons. I'll try to do everything to try and get him. Makes total sense. I love the fact that he's using the doggies, the hounds within the game to make things work. I think you guys will love it too. I don't think that he's a bad fusion. Of course, not as bad as the one we had, the Incarnate. Incarnate will have its uses for sure in the future. Newer players out there will definitely be using her, but I think the new guy, and especially that one sentence in the end, really shakes things up to just give us a mythical hound. I think it's totally coming in the game. I'm probably gonna make it as a thumbnail. I hope people don't think I'm clickbaiting. It's just an assumption based on that small last sentence that they gave us, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, and I really hope it is the truth, guys. That was the video for the new fusion. What do you guys think on it? I bet you've seen videos on the other creators. What did they think? I haven't seen all of them. I know all the guys posted videos from the time we had allowed, but I've been very busy lately. I actually have a competition in a couple of days, the CrossFit competition, so it's gonna be lots of fun. I might post like a picture or something in the next couple of days, but we'll see about that. Thank you all. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.